Everything from concessions to retail is going cashless at this year's Super Bowl. It's part of the NFL's partnership with Visa. Fans who attend the game can use credit cards or apps. If they do bring cash, there are reverse ATMs throughout that will convert it into gift cards. The NFL told CNBC going cashless was already in the works, but COVID-19 sped up that timeline. Dom, my first thought was, I guess that means the Super Bowl is going to have fans actually there, but sure enough, it's in Tampa. I guess they can be around 20% capacity, so that's 13,000 people.
And it's not just that. I mean, so if you're going to go, I thought to myself, how many people are really going to be there? But then you broaden it out thematically speaking. One of the big stats that stands out during this kind of whole presentation of why they're going cashless is how much more people spend when they do it on a card versus shelling out cash. According to Visa and the NFL, it's like 25% more at concessions when they use like some kind of contactless or swipe type payment. People just tend to spend more when it's not shelling out their own cash and counting bills out. It's also one of those reasons why personal finance experts say, if you want to control your budgets, use cash, don't use cards, because you can track it better. For me, though, this whole notion of getting more cashless actually is a good thing, because if you can get more of these types of technologies for reverse ATMs, you can start to serve the very underbanked population, not just here in the U.S., but around the world as well. It means everybody can get a card at some point, so they don't have to have that cash around.
Yeah, it seems like it was only a matter of time before we all go.
Cash, it's free money. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, I mean, this is part of a process that's been going on for years. I mean, basically in China, they're already practically cashless. You walk up and, my understanding is you go into Beijing and try to hand somebody cash, they'll look at you like you're crazy at this point. So what does Visa get out of this? First off, they get more revenues, number one. Number two, it seems to me they get really valuable insight into consumer behavior, which I bet you they're going to be sharing with the NFL. The thing that makes me very nervous about this whole thing is just the trend towards exactly them knowing everything about us. Art Cashin, for years, I've been going out with Art for 20 years. He pays cash at every place we've ever been because he doesn't like people knowing exactly what they're doing. That's essentially what he's doing. That's essentially what we're giving up at this point. But nobody seems to be fighting it too much, at least.
Rooney, quick last word on this.
This is great for Visa. They've been a crusader in sort of getting rid of cash. And if you can get people to physically take cash and put it back into a prepaid debit card, they're going to make more money on these swipes. And like Bob said, the spending data could be huge for the NFL. They want to see what people are doing when they're actually in the stadium, and financial data is a big part of that.